Hello everyone and welcome back to another lesson. In this lesson, I'm going to teach you some English words to describe cars. But before we begin the lesson, please do not forget to subscribe to the channel and give this video a thumbs up if you find the content useful. Thank you very much. Now, let us begin. The first word is rental. Rental. When you describe a car as being a rental car, it means that the car does not belong to you. You have paid to use the car for a specific time, maybe a week, maybe a month, maybe longer, and after that period, you have to return the car to the owner. So a rental car means that you pay some money to use the car, and then after you return the car back to the owner. This usually happens a lot, especially when you go on holiday somewhere and you want a car to help you drive around the area. You find a rental car company, you rent a car maybe for a week or for the time that you're there for the holiday, and then once you've used the car, you return the car back, and that's what we call a rental car. The next word is noisy. Noisy. A noisy car means that it makes a lot of noise. As you drive it, it's very loud, okay? Maybe it has some parts which are a little bit loose, so it's very, very noisy as you drive that particular car. Or you have had some adjustments made to the car, and because of that, it's very, very noisy. As you drive the car, there is a lot of loud noise that is heard, okay? This happens a lot, especially with cars that are driven by young people. They like to make sure that they are noticed, so they turn the music on really loud, okay? And the car is pretty loud, okay? Such a car is noisy. The next word is comfortable. Now, if a car is comfortable, it means that when you sit inside the car or when you drive the car, you feel very comfortable. You are at ease. You sit properly. Your back is well supported. There's enough room for your feet, okay, for your arms. It's spacious, okay. The seats are very comfortable. The steering wheel is not too far, okay. You feel relaxed when you're in that car. The next word is four-wheel drive. A four-wheel drive. Now, a four-wheel drive would be a car that you would be able to drive maybe on a very hilly place where there are a lot of hills, or maybe off-road, okay, on a road that is not tarmacked, like for example a Jeep, okay, or a Land Rover, okay. So it has extra power to be able to drive in areas which do not have a proper road, okay, a proper tarmacked road. And usually four-wheel drive cars are quite huge, you know, like the Jeeps and the Land Rovers and so on. The next word is electric, okay, electric. Now, if a car is electric, it means that it uses electricity to drive. So you have to charge the car, It does not use fuel. It does not use diesel or petrol. It uses electricity. Such a car is an electric car. The next word is well equipped. Well equipped. If a car is well equipped, it means that it is full of gadgets. It has a spare wheel, okay? It has all the equipment, all the material that you need just in case the car breaks down, okay? You have all the necessary materials or equipment that you need just in case the car breaks down. The next word is rusty. Rusty. If a car is rusty, it means that the bodywork is full of some brown parts, okay, that are rusting away. The paint has peeled off and those parts have kind of become brown in color, okay? It is full of rust. This usually happens a lot, especially with old cars. The paint peels off, and when the paint peels off, the car becomes, those parts become brown, so they are rusty. They are full of rust. The next word is filthy. If a car is filthy, it simply means that it's dirty. It is dirty. It is full of filth. It's full of dirt. You need to clean it up. You need to vacuum it. Inside there are lots of papers, maybe bottles, tissue paper on the floor. Outside it's full of mud, okay, dust. So such a car is filthy because it has not been cleaned for a long time. The next word is shiny. When a car is shiny, it means that when you look at it, it's kind of like looking at the sun, okay? When you look at the car, the paintwork is very polished, okay? It is very polished and it glistens, okay? When you look at the bodywork of the car, it radiates light. It is shiny, okay? Like a little bit like the rays of the sun. The next word is dusty. If a car is dusty, it means that it is full of dust, okay? It is full of dust. You need to clean it up. The next word is speedy. If a car is speedy, it means that it drives very, very fast, okay? It drives very fast. The next word is expensive. Expensive. Now, if a car is expensive, it means that it is not cheap. You have to spend a lot of money to buy that car. Like, for example, a Porsche, a Ferrari, okay? Really expensive. You have to pay a lot of money to own that kind of car. It is expensive. The next word is German made. German made. This means that the car is made in Germany, okay? The car is originally made in Germany. So you could have a German-made car, you could have a French-made car, you could have a Japanese-made car. It simply means that the car is made in Japan. The next word is unrestored. Unrestored. This means that the car is still in its original form. No parts of the car have been restored, okay? It still has all the original parts of the car. None of them have been changed. The next word is big, small, or tiny. Now, a big car is simply a car that, for example, is a 5-seater, okay? You can carry a lot of people in the car. It is big. Now, the opposite is small. A small car can only carry a few people, maybe just the driver and the passenger. A tiny car, on the other hand, is very, very small, okay? Probably it can carry one person, okay? It is very, very small, like the so-called tuk-tuk. Really tiny cars that you can find, for example, in countries like India. The next word is bulletproof. If a car is bulletproof, it means that it has been made, it has been restored in such a way that if someone shot at the car, the bullet would not go through. Okay? It is made in such a way that if someone shoots at the car, if someone is trying to kill somebody who is sitting inside the car and they shoot at them with a gun, the bullet cannot go through. Okay? This usually happens a lot, especially with cars that drive presidents or ministers, okay, or very rich people, okay? Their cars are bulletproof. They are well protected to ensure that if someone is shooting the car, the bullet cannot go through. The next word is second-hand. A second-hand car simply means that it is not the original car. In other words, you are a second buyer, okay? Normally when you want to buy a car, you can either buy a new car or a second-hand car. A second-hand car means that it has been used before. It's not new. It has been used before. The next word is private. A private car means that it is not meant for the public, okay? Like for example, a bus is a public car, but your own car is private. It is not meant for carrying the public. It is not meant for all sorts of passengers. It is only meant for you. It is private. Okay? The next word is broken down. Broken down. A broken down car is a car that has something wrong with it so that it cannot drive anymore. Okay? You're stuck on the side of the road because you have a broken down car. Okay? The car cannot drive anymore. Something is wrong with it. Maybe the engine has broken down. Maybe the exhaust is broken down. In other words, you can't drive the car anymore. Okay? It is broken down. The next word is brand new. Now, a brand new car is the opposite of a second-hand car. A brand new car means that you have just bought it from the garage. It is absolutely brand new. No one has ever used that car before. It is new. The next word is windowless. Windowless. This simply means that the car has no windows. The car has no windows. The next word is comfortable. Now, I realize that I've repeated that word because we looked at it as number 3. So I'll move on to the next word, and that is antique. An antique car is a very old car that is about 50 years old. It's a very, very old car. It is an antique. It is almost 50 years old. The next word is cheap looking. Cheap looking. This simply means that the car looks cheap, okay? When you look at it, it looks as if you spend very little money to buy the car, okay? It looks cheap, so we say it is cheap looking. The next word is classic. Classic. A classic car is actually an old car, okay? It is old just like an antique car, but it is not as old as an antique car. So it is an old car, but it is not as old as an antique car. The next one is two-seater, a two-seater. This is a car in which only two people can sit in. Only two people can fit in the car, and that is the driver and the passenger. The next word is modern. Modern. A modern car is a car that is not an antique, it is not a classic car, but it is a latest brand. Okay? It is a latest brand. Like, for example, electric cars are very modern cars because they have only been in existence for a very short time. Okay? So they are not old brands of cars, they are new brands, they're the latest brands of cars. A modern car means it is one of the latest brands of cars. The next word is fast. Now, a fast car simply means that it drives very fast. It drives very fast. For example, a Porsche, a Ferrari, that is a very fast car. The next word is sporty, a sporty car. Now, there are certain brands of cars that are very sporty, okay? They drive also pretty fast. And most of the times, they're quite small. They drive really fast. They are sports cars. The next word is flashy, flashy. Now, when you describe a car as being flashy, what you mean is that it has features that attract attention. Maybe it is red in color, okay? It has some features which are exaggerated so that when you look at it, you notice it, okay? You notice the car because it has very unusual features, okay? The next word is luxurious, luxurious. This word means, it comes from the word luxury. So a luxurious car is a car that is pretty expensive, but also it has some of the latest technological features, okay? It is high in performance, but also it has some of the latest technological gadgets. Like, for example, it has a sat nav, okay? It has a lot of luxurious features inside it, okay? So it is not only high in performance, but also it has some of the latest technological car innovations to make sure that it gives you a better and a high performance, but you pay for it, okay? The next word is convertible, convertible. Now, this is a car which, for example, in the summer, you can open the roof, okay? You can open the roof so that as you drive the car, you are in direct contact with, for example, the rays of the sun, okay? A convertible car is simply a car which you can open the roof, okay? For example, in the summer. Now, in the winter, you would not do that. When it's raining, you would not do that, okay? But when it is sunny, okay, you can open the roof of the car and just enjoy the breeze as you drive the car. And the last word is beat up, beat up. A beat up car is a car that is really old and in bad shape, okay? A beat up car is a car that is in bad shape. Probably it doesn't have some of the front mirrors. Maybe it doesn't have the side mirror. Maybe it has a lot of dents, okay? Probably some of the body parts, like some of the bodywork parts are in very bad shape, okay? So it is a beat up car. It looks like it has had probably a few accidents in its life, because it has a lot of dents on the bodywork. Some of the parts of the car have fallen off. Okay, it is a beat up car. Okay, and this brings us to the end of our lesson. I hope that you now have a wider vocabulary to describe cars. Um, if you found this lesson useful, I only ask you to do one thing. Please subscribe to the channel. That will motivate me to make more videos, and that will also help me grow this channel and continue to make useful videos to help improve your English. So please subscribe to the channel and give this video a thumbs up. Thank you very much, and see you in our next lesson. Bye bye.